Welcome to week 8, Super Spellers. I wish we were in the classroom again doing this the way we normally would, but you guys are doing the most fantastic job of learning at home. I'm so proud of you. I'm going to run through the sounds for this week and the list quite quickly because I know that it's easier for you to follow along with your page and probably to ask me questions as the week progresses if you get stuck with something. So this week we're focusing on the digraph CK, making the sound K as in duck. And that's actually the first word in the red part of this list. So the CK digraph, what's a digraph again? You're right, it's when two letters together make the one sound in a word. So the digraph CK, which makes the sound K, most often occurs at the end of a word. And you'll notice that in all of the red words and some of our orange words. But to make it a bit trickier for you guys, because you are spelling so well, I have gone on and included a lot of words that have a suffix. What's a suffix? That's right, it's something that you add to the end of the word to change that word's meaning in a sentence. So we'll have a look at that as we go through the list. Let's just run through what the red words are first. They're duck, luck, back, pack, lick, and pick. I don't expect that you're going to pick any of those words to spell this week. Our orange words start with two that aren't overly tricky either, but they're good for just practicing this digraph in a word. The first of those is smock. The sounds in smock could be something you wear over your clothes, like a paint smock, to stop you from getting too dirty when you're painting, or smock is also a kind of dress or an apron as well. The sounds in smock are s, m, o, k, but the letters in smock are S, M, O, C, K. The next word is stick. I like to play pick up sticks when I'm out in the playground. The sounds in stick are st, ick. The letters in stick are S, T, I, C, K. Now we're going to get into some words that are a little bit trickier. And actually, trickier is in this list. So some of these words, we're adding a suffix. We're adding something to the end of the word. And we have our 4 smart spelling rules that we know. So we know that the white spelling rule is that in most words, we can just add that suffix right onto the end of the word. And you're going to see that here. A little bit later on, we are going to be looking at the pink spelling rule, which is the one right down the bottom. It's actually the trickiest spelling rule. And that's why I have picked words that aren't really hard in our list so that we can practice a harder spelling rule on some easier words. Does that make sense? So in our orange words, the next 2 words are picking. I like picking new people to be in my sports team. And locking. I like to make sure I am locking the classroom properly at the end of each school day. So these words have the words pick and lock at the start, but ing has been added. When I've added that ing as a suffix, I haven't had to do anything to the word pick or to the word lock. I've just put it straight on the end. That's the white spelling rule. The next word is cricket. I like to play backyard cricket with a bat and a ball. A cricket is also the name of an insect. The next one is backpack. Now this is a fun word. This is a compound word. So 2 small, short words are put together to have a whole new meaning as a compound word. Some examples of compound words are things like cupcake or pancake or cupboard. So cup and board are put together in that case. Here we've put together back and pack. So it's not going to be a super tricky word for you to remember, but just good practice to remember that compound words are 2 words with different meanings going together and having a brand new meaning when they join up. In the green words this week, we are practicing again the white spelling rule for the first 2. They are tricky and lucky. Okay, so all that's happened to trick is a Y has been added to the end. All that has happened to luck is a Y has been added to the end of it. So it's changed the word from being a noun to being an adjective. All right. The next 3 words are a little bit trickier. And the first of them is the word trickier. So in the word trickier, you have started with the word tricky. But you have used our smart spelling rule, our pink rule down the bottom. I'm going to just bring the pink rule up onto the board. So when a word ends in the graph Y, change the Y to an I and then add any suffix you like except for ing. So tricky becomes trickier. We take the Y away, we change it into an I before we add the ER. In luckiest, we do the same thing. We take the Y away, we turn it into an I, and then we add the EST. Next, we have stickiness. We do the same thing again. So instead of having the word sticky, we take the Y away, we change it into an I, and then we add ness, N-E-S-S, which is another suffix that we're adding to the end of the word. And the last of our words is crackling. So this is a little bit different because it could be crackle with an E on the end, but I've taken that E away and put the ing. So when a word ends in E, that's the yellow spelling rule. We're really covering it this week. When a word ends in E, you drop the E before you add the vowel suffix. So crackle has become crackling. All right, so the E has gone completely in that one. So this may seem like an easy list of words for you, but what you are thinking of in your head are those spelling rules and getting more and more confident with them. When you get up into the 3 to 6 classroom, those rules are going to be really important. So it's really important that we practice them in year 1 and 2 and that we practice them on words that aren't too tricky at the start. And that word tricky is in there again. Have a great week of spelling, guys. Thank you.